But every king can make a mistake. Was I just? What is it to be a king? I know I destroyed lives, and now I have to deal with it. I am just a man, but I wear a crown.
They want my soul for my kingdom, and my soul wants to remain free. But it can't because of the things I've done. I'm a king who lost his way.
The end of my reign is near. My mistakes have come to confront me.
Destiny knocks on the castle door,
Demanding payment for my past. Who has come to collect from me?
they seem like angels, or are they demons? Do I still know how to use diplomacy?
Or will I have to fight with my sword? What is it to be a king? I know I destroyed lives, and now I have to deal with it. I am just a man, but I wear a crown. They want my soul for my kingdom, and my soul wants to remain free. But it can't because of the things I've done.
I'm a king who lost his way.
The end of my reign is near. My mistakes have come to confront me.
Destiny knocks on the castle door.
Collecting for my past. In a simple life, between crystal clear rivers and the cool morning breeze, there was no noisy world, it was a blessing. But night felt like an announcement of chaotic signs.
Why? Oh, why, my God?
Where did she come from?
Disturbing everything, lying, betraying.
In my naivete, I believed her.
Behind an attractive face, there was conflict and confusion.
So I let myself be carried to the other side of the river,
When she commands the current
and pushed me towards destruction,
just to reach the one she truly wanted. I need to cross the river once more, but now back home.
promises were made, and she enjoyed it. Grand illusions were thrown as if they meant nothing.
Why? Oh, why, my God?
Where did she come from?
Disrupting everything, lying, betraying.
In my spaces. A stroll in the square is peaceful. The streets are like medieval villages. There are fields of wildflowers. The woods seem enchanted. The bird song is enchanting. But I still feel the pain and the weariness. I'm not healed yet. I don't know why I didn't leave that day. I think I blocked it out. She dressed at home for someone else, and in front of everyone she showed herself to someone else. She lied and texted someone else. I spent days feeling bad. I think I didn't want to believe it, and to think she spoke of them and daddy. I simply lost myself just when I was defenseless. She showed her true self, then she came looking for me. But I couldn't even look at her anymore. Repulsion took over, and it was the biggest mistake of my life to try again. She continued lying. I became completely She lied and texted someone else. I spent days feeling bad. I think I didn't want to believe it, and to think she spoke of love and fidelity. Today I spend time alone. I've lost my sense of things. Today I realize the game she played, but I still have hope of healing. Although there were days when I felt like I had died, it's not an exaggeration. I was simply affected in a way that I couldn't live anymore. And I felt the worst for her, because on top of everything, she blamed me. seems we want different things.
And living a wonderful
prayed until I was tired, waiting for God to pour a miracle upon my life, and I'm still here, seeing her betraying me before my eyes. And to think that she spoke of love, spoke of fidelity, and even of God. How can I believe in better days? Now alone, abandoned and as if the angels of heaven were crying. A life devastated by love, a life empty. Something happened, something beyond understanding. It seemed veiled, he couldn't perceive anything anymore. While she dressed for another, even though she spoke of love more than he did.
Forced and sected and struck them. He doesn't understand why love didn't win. Today he sees that dangerous things exist, where he or she opened doors that should have remained closed.
Now both doors and windows must be guarded, so that he never forgets that if evil exists, good also exists. How strong he needs to be to return to life, to receive healing from heaven. Something happened, something beyond understanding. It seemed veiled, he couldn't perceive anything anymore. While she dressed for another, even though she spoke of love more than he did.
Forces acted and struck them. He doesn't understand why love didn't win.
Perhaps it's time to go through the rain or the scorching sun, through the fields or the mountains, and you know the time to heal, time to love, and everything moves. Little remains. I'll be there when night falls in the cozy part of town. There's a light breeze every morning, freshly brewed coffee to wake me up. Because last night today you can arrive at any moment. The air seems celestial. I came to ask God for a miracle. Then the bread and wine makes sense to face the enemy. Where does this strength come from? Still, I need healing. God, bring me back to life, because that wasn't natural. No one stays in that state. No one can endure so much pain, especially pain of the soul. I can, but I have to leave here healed. Life waits, and I want it. Not like a child, but like someone who has always valued it. There were days when I simply didn't know where I was. I did things that don't make sense. I said horrible things. I used things I didn't use anymore, so